I'm here with Pastor Ken Johnson of Seaman, Ohio, and Pastor, you've been a great friend to our ministry for a long time now. In fact, you and your cohorts in Adams County, Ohio, are responsible for this Ten Commandments monument in front of our building. You actually sent it up here, and you're here for a reason. Today, you gave the opening prayer in Congress as guest chaplain. Can you tell our friends how that happens? First of all, who extended the invitation to you?
Our local U.S. Congressman, Jean Smith, invited me.
She is a wonderful woman.
About 3 years ago, and it's taken her a while to get the all in motion, but it happened today.
Everything takes a long time in Washington.
Right, that's what I always hear.
Now, once you had the date set to come, and many of our colleagues and friends have done this over the years, but most people aren't familiar with how this works. It's not like you're just invited to come and pray and you just come up and give an extemporaneous prayer. You had to compose the prayer, and there are certain rules. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, it's kind of interesting, the rules. It couldn't be over 150 words. They didn't want you to pick on one party over another party. They didn't want you to use something of a foreign nature.
You mean God isn't a Republican? No, I mean, God isn't a Democrat? I mean, I think he's an independent. But anyway, yes.
But yet they give us a lot of freedom, too. I sent a prayer to them, and they actually let me pray it as I submitted it. I even closed it in the name of Jesus, and they never said anything about that either.
And let's say a word about that, because for many years that was verboten. You could not end a prayer in the name of Jesus. It was considered a sectarian prayer and therefore politically incorrect. But you did it in a very clever way. Tell our folks about that, how you inserted the name of Jesus in a very clever way.
George Washington closed one of his prayers in the name of Jesus, and I said, this is the way George Washington closed this prayer.
And that was done beautifully. It was a powerful prayer. And we've often said that there's no more effective ministry than prayer, because prayer calls on the help of God himself. How can you do better than that?
That's right.
So, Pastor Johnson, thank you for being faithful to your call. We were happy. I was there in the gallery praying for you, by the way, before you led the Congress in prayer. And then you and your host, Congresswoman Jean Smith, had us to lunch, and we had an opportunity to fellowship and then pray for her. It was really a very meaningful, very powerful day. So if you're a pastor, or if you're talking to your pastor, this is an opportunity that's open through your member of Congress. The member of Congress or the senator has to extend the invitation first. Then the chaplain's office has to approve it, and then we can work with you coming here, as Pastor Johnson did, to open up Congress in prayer. It's very powerful. So congratulations. You're in the congressional record now. You're part of American history.
Thank you.
And for all the right reasons.